Konnichiwa, hello and welcome. This is Roy at Ninjazola90, and today I will be reviewing the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Metallic Armor Pink Ranger Catherine figure. And yeah, this is a pretty cool figure, and I got some things to say about it, so let's get started. And now, starting things off the box, as you know, we got to talk about really cool boxes on this channel when we have them. First things first, we can see a really cool picture of the Metallic Armor Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger right there, with the very beautiful, sparkly, glittery pink pterodactyl helmet. As you can see, looking really nice. It's a shame I'm not going to be able to keep these boxes because, yeah, I don't have room for them. I'm going to have to throw them out, but I do keep the figures. So anyway, yeah, we can see all the beautiful, sparkly, glittery pink right there, and the visor and the mouthpiece on the helmet, and all the cool details. We have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers logo right there on the right side of the box. And of course, we have Ages 4+, which I'm not sure if I will want to give a collectible grade figure to a 4-year-old, knowing they're probably going to lose everything. And of course, we have a warning label, choking hazard, letting you know that this is not a piece of candy. It's not a Snickers bar. It's not Doritos Locos Tacos. It's not anything you can eat, so don't look at this figure and get hungry and try to take a bite out of it, because, yeah, it's not a good idea. Also, we have the title of the figure, Power Rangers Lightning Collection, a Mighty Morphin Metallic Pink Ranger, and we have the Hasbro logo at the bottom right. We have another cool picture of the Metallic Armor Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger right there, looking really cool with these turquoise pterodactyl eyes in the helmet, looking really cool. And on the back we have a picture of the figure and a really awesome pose, firing off the power bow with the really cool Dino Arrow effect part, looking really awesome. And of course, we have the Hasbro logo yet again in the bottom right. So that pretty much concludes it for the box, because there's nothing else too interesting on this box except for sparkly pink at the top, and yeah, all the legal mumbo jumbo at the bottom, and a barcode, which, yeah, everyone knows what barcodes look like. So that pretty much concludes it for the box. So now on to the figure. And now here we have the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Metallic Armor Pink Ranger in all of her beautiful, lovely, morphinomenal, butt-kicking glory. As you can see, this figure is well sculpted and well detailed, looking very pretty in pink and very epically butt-kicking as well. We take a good look at the figure, we can notice that the color scheme is mainly pink and sort of, well, metallic white. Well, color scheme's gonna be pink because she's the Pink Ranger. What other color would the Pink Ranger be besides pink? Unless it's like Opposite Day or something. But yeah, the opposite of the opposite day is not opposite day, so opposite day just doesn't exist. But anyway, getting a good close look at this figure, looking really nice. We see the very metallic, almost silverish looking, but more of a metallic, shiny white, the Zoo Ranger diamond design going across the chest and around the back. And yes, I'm referring to the Japanese series, but these are actually, I believe, Americanized, like, exclusive, like, variants. So you never see the metallic armor suits in Zoo Ranger. These are exclusive to Mighty Morphin. But Anyway, we have her pretty little Pink Ranger skirt right there. We have her belt with her buckler marker with the pterodactyl, or maybe the crane, since she's in the metallic armor. Um, or it could also be a Firebird, but it's not Kimberly, so it's Catherine. I don't know if Catherine had the Firebird. I don't think. I think she only had the crane, so she really wasn't with Mighty Morphin that long until they went to Zeo. But anyway, we have the very silvery, well, metallic white boots with the pink, the metallic pink Jew Ranger diamond pattern, as well as the same with the gloves. Looking very beautiful. We have the Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger, the pterodactyl helmet right there. Looking really cool. We have her cool visor, which kind of almost looks sort of heart-shaped as well if you do look at it closely. It's not quite, but it kind of could be. It's just flat at the bottom where a heart would actually be pointed, but it is pretty cool. And yeah, if you look closely, you can see those turquoise pterodactyl eyes in the helmet. You have the very nice detailed silver mouthpiece there, the mouth guard on the Mighty Morphin helmets, and of course the Pink Ranger. We have the pterodactyl helmet, the kind of like the pterodactyl wings kind of come around the back, and they kind of create this like sort of like band around the back of the helmet, and it goes to the front of the head, and yeah, and we see some white on the helmet as well. So the Pink Rangers, well, all their helmets differ from one another, but I believe like the Pink Ranger has like more white on her helmet than all the other Rangers. That's not the White Ranger, of course, but anyway, getting into articulation. Anyway, yeah. Besides all that crazy slang, articulation. We can bend the arms back on a butterfly joint about that far. We can bend them forward about this much. So we do get some good range of motion out of those butterfly joints. And look at this, we can cross the arms all the way around. So look at that. Get really good articulation. We also have a swivel in the elbows. We have a single joint hinge in the elbows, so we can only bend them forward about that much and back about that much. Same is true with this arm, forward about that much and back about that much. Yeah, that's the only thing. Like all the female Lightning Collection Power Ranger figures only have a single jointed hinges in their arms, while in the elbows, while like all the male figures have double jointed elbow hinges. I just kind of think that's a little strange, but I mean, I guess because the arms are skinnier on the female figures, so I guess that's why it would kind of be hard to do a double joint hinge in these elbows. But anyway, we also have a hinge in the shoulder as well, so we can bring them up about that much. So we do have that. Although the hinges were a little tight on my metallic armor, well, at least both the pink and yellow Rangers, at least the girls, their hinges and their shoulder joints was a little tight, so it took a little working the joints to loosen them up, but I did, thankfully. And also, we can swivel those arms all the way around a full 360, as well as we have a swivel hinge in the wrists as well, so we can swivel those wrists and yeah, rock them forward and back on a hinge. Same is true with the other hand, so swivel it. And the hinge is right here, so be careful, because these pegs are really, really small. And also, the hands are interchangeable. If you want to pull them out and put different hands in, you can. Just be careful. I gotta get her hand back in. Although, even though I haven't got my hands on any of the Super 7 figures yet, I feel way more confident in pulling the hands out of the Lightning Collection figures and swapping them out with other hands than what I would with the Super 7 Ultimates, because I've seen a lot of reviews where the hands will break inside of the sockets on the Super 7 Ultimates Power Rangers figures. So that's why I've been on the fence with getting into the Super 7 line. But, I mean, I don't know. But speaking of Super 7, if any of you guys know if Super 7 still has the license to make Power Rangers figures, or did they lose that because of Playmates getting the rights to it? I'm kind of confused, because some people say the Super 7 Ultimates Power Rangers line is canceled, and other people say differently. So I'm a bit confused. But anyway, you can put the Power Bow sort of in her hand like this if you want to as well, so you can kind of use it as a melee weapon. I don't think we've ever seen her use it like that in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but it's kind of you can do it, but I've seen it like that, used like that in the Super Nintendo game, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the first one for the Super Nintendo. Although, you morph into the Pink Ranger. Although it's just a color palette swap from the Red Ranger. You can basically use the Power Bow like a melee weapon, unless you press up on the D-pad and Y on your controller, and then you could fire off the dino arrows. But anyway, getting into leg articulation, the legs can kick forward about this much and back about that much. Same is true with the other side, and back down. The hips can swivel all the way around, full 360. Same is true with the other leg. We do have a double hinge joint in the knees, so we can bend those knees all the way back like so, and then back down. We do have a swivel in the boot, so we can swivel those boots all the way around a full 360, and we have a pivot hinge in the feet, so we can point forward that much, back about that much. Same is true with the other foot, so we can point forward, back, and swivel it all the way around, full 360. Same is true with the other foot, so yep, we do have that. And if we want to, I'm going to go ahead and try it, because I've never tried it with a Ranger with a skirt before, but I'm more than sure it's going to work, because I've done it with the boys, so it's obvious I can pull it off with the girls. Put that punch right there. If I can get it. Oh boy. This might be a little difficult. Okay, if I could get her to stand. There, we got it. We got it. Maybe if I could adjust bring her this way. There we go. I would just have to swap that out with a closed fist. But yeah, we have that in a standing sidekick. Look at that. And she is balancing. Really cool. Really cool indeed. And now for accessories, I'm just going to go ahead and grab accessories out of the box in the same cut instead of doing a whole nother cut. So just put the figure aside for right now. I'm trying to stand her up evenly. So alright, I mean, I already got one accessory out of the box because I got to get everything out of here anyway, because I'm going to have to throw the box away because I have no room to keep boxes. Alright, got that out. Of course, first things first, we have the unmorphed cat head. Although, like, this comes out of the box for some reason with the unmorphed head, I did put the morphed helmet on. So yeah, this is the beautiful, lovely, late, great Miss Catherine Sutherland, or Cat as they call her on the show for short. Don't get that confused with Cat Valentine, because yeah, that's a totally different character. Cat Valentine, that is Ariana Grande from Victorious, and yeah, two entirely different people and two entirely different characters. But anyway, we do have the charged up Dino Arrow, really cool effect part. We also have, let me grab it before I forget about it, the Zeo Ranger 1 Zeo Crystal, because I always forget about the Zeo Crystals. Making sure I grab that. We have the Dino Arrow, the uncharged up Dino Arrow. We have the Blade Blaster in gun mode, looking really nice. And I think I might have stressed the material a little bit right there. I mean, I have plenty of other Blade Blasters, and I have a whole nother set of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers coming that I ordered from eBay, like Lightning Collection, but they're like all the normal ones. And we can put our Blade Blaster right there. A lot of people mistakenly call these Power Blasters. Yeah, these right here. This is not a Power Blaster, it's a Blade Blaster. There's a big difference between the Power Blaster and Blade Blaster. The Power Blaster is when they combine all their weapons to make one bigger weapon. And the Blade Blaster can transform from gun mode to blade mode, and so on and so forth. And this is what a Blade Blaster is. It's kind of just like a sort of like a smaller side weapon compared to like their main weapon. The Power Blaster is made up of a combination of their main weapons. So yeah, a lot of fans get that confused, and they call the Blade Blasters Power Blasters, which that isn't the case. And of course, we have interchangeable hands. We have a knife edge hand right here, and of course we have a closed fist hand. So that is all the accessories this figure comes with. So that pretty much wraps it up for this review. So I will now be getting into my final verdict and giving this figure a final score based on detail, articulation, and playability. So let's get to it. And now for my final verdict on the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Metallic Armor Pink Ranger Cat here. If I have to give this figure a final score based on a detail, articulation, and playability, I have to give this one a drumroll, please. A well-deserved, fair but square, knocked out of the park, absolutely solid, more phenomenal, 5 out of 5 stars. Why? Detail of this figure is really, really good. Very show accurate. I really like the translucentness of these figures, especially the metallic armor figures. And actually, you can actually really find some really good metallic armor Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Hasbro Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Power Rangers metallic armor bundles on eBay, and they're not crazy expensive. Or you can buy them individually if you want to. I bought mine in a complete set of like $150-ish, I believe. Yeah, these figures are really good. Like I said, detail-wise, really, really good. I like how it shines just when in the light. Look how when the light hits it, it just, yeah, very translucent-y, very pink lemonade-ish. Very, very beautiful. Very, very sparkly as well. And of course, not just detail, these also have a good, really, really good articulation. especially in the head area. We can move up, down, this way, that way, just all the way around. Really, really good. Rotate the upper body portion, and just articulation with these figures are amazing for what you get. Like, especially for, you know, the original price point. So I'm not complaining. You're basically getting pretty much dang on near Figuarts articulation with these figures for a much lower price point. So that's one of the definite pluses I would have to give the Lightning Collection. And speaking of Figuarts, I only have one SH Figuarts Mighty Morphin Power Rangers figure. Only one. And it is up on that shelf. And needless to say, ironically, yeah, and speaking of which, I bought that one, I believe, just like from Big Bad Toy Store, I think like 3 or 4 months prior to a certain iconic Ranger no longer being with us. And that one just so happened to be him, and that's my only Power Rangers Lightning Collection figure. I don't believe I need to mention any names here, you know, when it comes to the person I'm talking about. You probably already know who I'm talking about and which Ranger it is. It's not a little Lightning Collection Green Ranger, but the other Ranger he was in Mighty Morphin. But anyway, yeah. And playability with this figure, getting back to this figure, is also really good. I can pose this figure in different ways. I can kick. Like I said, I demonstrated how you can put this one as a side kick and everything. You could put this in various different martial arts poses. And, you know, even crazy poses if you want to, and it holds together well. It's good for stop motion, it's good for figure photography, it's good for whatever you want to use it for. As long as you're not roughing house with these figures and throwing them around, stuff like that, they should hold together really, really well. Except for one mishap that I had was with my Lord Draken figure, which was like one of the first Lightning Collection, well, at least Rangers that I got. With he's not necessarily. Oh, Lord Draken is a Ranger, but not necessarily. Well, he's an evil Ranger technically. He's an evil version of Tommy. Yeah, but yeah, the neck joint popped, like literally broke out of the neck socket, and I had to use super glue to get it back in. But thankfully, I fixed it. But yeah, I may or may not track down another Lightning Collection Lord Draken, but who knows? But as far as like this figure, I think it's really cool. And yes, just for the record, this is Kat, not Kimberly, and no, not Kat Valentine. This is Miss Catherine Sutherland. Well, that's her real name. I keep forgetting what Kat's real last name is on the show. But yeah, don't get Kat from Power Rangers confused with Kat Valentine from Victorious. Two different characters entirely. Yeah, like I said, this is not Ariana Grande, and it's not Kimberly. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this review. And if you made it this far into the video, thank you guys so much for your engagement and your support. You guys are awesome. You give me more of the will to do this, and I will keep on doing this, although not just Power Rangers figures. I'm into other stuff. I think I might start bringing out some of my Bionicle sets to review as well, because I do have plenty of those, because I collected a lot of those over the years, because I was big into Bionicle when that first came out way back in 2001. Especially with Lego, and they had those advertisements on Toonami. The Bionicle series back in the day was the bomb. But anyway, guys, that pretty much concludes it for this review. I know I could stay here and talk all day, but I don't want to make this video too long. So, with all that said, love you all, stay safe, take care, God bless, stay powered up, and peace out.